Keshavan Nair, A Higher Standard of Leadership, Lessons from the Life of Gandhi. In the book A Higher Standard of Leadership, Lessons from the Life of Gandhi, author Keshavan Nair examines the timeless leadership qualities exemplified by Gandhi that can be applied to both our personal and professional lives. The book explores key lessons such as personal responsibility, truth, love, courage, and respect for the individual, and reveals how these principles, when practiced with integrity, can lead to success in different domains. The summary provided delves deep into Gandhi's exemplary life and work, illustrating how a morally driven leader can create a positive impact on society and inspire others, raising the standards of leadership.
Leadership Lessons from Mohandas Gandhi. Mohandas Gandhi was a great leader who embodied qualities that are crucial for personal and professional success. These include personal responsibility, truth, love, courage, and respect for the individual. A model for leadership such as Gandhi's inspires and drives people towards a better quality of life. The book explains how the lack of integrity in leaders mirrors the expectations of their followers, and why it is crucial for everyone to raise their standard of leadership. The book challenges the notion that success in business or politics requires sacrificing moral principles and suggests that integrity is, in fact, the key to effective leadership. This book is a guide to leadership based on a higher standard of moral principles, a guide that can be found in Gandhi's leadership style and principles. Gandhi's Principles of Leadership. Gandhi, an exemplary leader for over 50 years, led millions of Indians in resisting the British Empire by embodying the principles of truth, nonviolence, and service to humanity. He illustrated many characteristics of successful leadership, including courage, determination, good decision-making, and interpersonal skills. However, what set him apart was his commitment to governing his life with absolute values and principles. Gandhi advocated for social and economic reform, promoted peace and harmony between people of different backgrounds and faiths, and sought to eliminate untouchability. He did not adopt any symbols of power but instead identified himself with the people he served through voluntary poverty. To emulate Gandhi's leadership, one must have a single standard of conduct, a spirit of service to others, and make decisions based on moral principles. Embracing the single standard of conduct. The book argues that leaders should embrace a single standard of conduct for both public and private behavior to increase their legitimacy, respect, and trust with the public. The author uses Gandhi's life as an example of someone who symbolized the people he served by committing to absolute values of truth and nonviolence and putting them into practice. To achieve a higher standard of leadership, the author proposes making 5 basic commitments: developing a basis for the single standard, acknowledging the ideal, developing the guide to keep you on the journey, reducing forces that lead you astray, and being willing to stand scrutiny. All of these guidelines require moral courage to stay committed to the universal code of conduct, which is treating others as you want to be treated. Service-oriented leadership. The book emphasizes that the only legitimate goal of power in leadership should be service. A service-oriented leader must be committed to truthful service, which means doing what is right and telling people the truth, even if it isn't popular. The author highlights the example of Gandhi, whose spirit of service and commitment to integrity set a higher standard for leadership. To reinforce this commitment to service, leaders should focus on meeting their responsibilities to others before asking others to meet theirs, develop a core group to train others to serve, and evaluate performance in delivering service. Furthermore, moral principles should guide all decisions and actions, including establishing principles of governance, creating integrity in the decision-making process, changing the criteria for decision-making, and implementing decisions within moral constraints. The ultimate goal is to remain fully committed to acting based on the highest leadership standards.
As the book summary portrays, adopting the qualities of Gandhi's leadership could elevate private and public leadership to a higher standard. The 5 basic commitments necessary to achieve this higher standard include developing a basis for a single standard, acknowledging the ideal, training your conscience, reducing attachments to worldly desires, and being willing to stand scrutiny. These commitments, when coupled with the moral courage to do right, results in a service-oriented, trustworthy, and effective leader. The insights provided by Keshavan Nair act as a guideline for individuals to raise their expectations of both themselves and those who lead them, ultimately fostering a world characterized by trust, honest service, and unwavering adherence to moral values.